Hi and welcome to another episode of Toby's Barbecue Corner. Today we're making spider steak with an eggplant dip on my Kamado. Now what you need for it and how to do it, I'm going to show you in this episode. And this is what we need for today. Now obviously we need spider steaks. In some areas they're also called bat steaks, but I don't like to use that anymore, you know, with Corona, and supposedly it came from a bat. I don't know if that's too good for this particular piece of meat, but yeah, what else do we need? We need some eggplants, we need some feta cheese, we need some salt, we need some oregano, you need some garlic and some chives. The Kamado is sitting at about 220 degrees and I've created a direct zone and indirect zone, so we're going to place them on the direct zone and let them get really dark on the outside, because obviously we just want to have the inner flesh. Now in the first step, let's take care of the garlic whilst our eggplant is on the barbecue. Don't worry, it'll take about 20 minutes until they are done. So we just have to go rotate them in a little while. Obviously, yes, we want to have some charring on the outside, but we don't want them to burn totally, because otherwise they will get bitter after a while. And now on this one here, you know, obviously if you have a kitchen machine, use it, because obviously you want to get that as fine as possible, so that the dip doesn't have too big of a chunk, or too many chunky bits, so to speak, later on. But you know, I'm just going to use the knife this morning and cut it into little pieces, and that should do it as well. Now when done, all you need to do is basically take that garlic and put it in a little bowl, and then we're going to take our feta cheese, and I chose to have a second piece of feta. And now what you want to do is you want to crumble it into your garlic. Now the finer you go now, the better it will be later on, because obviously when you mix that with the eggplant, you don't want to have massive chunky pieces in there. But yeah, I mean, whatever rocks your boat, I would say, whatever floats your boat. So you can go as fine or as coarse as you want. And then last but not least, we're going to add about a tablespoon of dried oregano on top of it, and that will give it that lovely Mediterranean flavor that we're looking for. About 10 minutes in, let's rotate them, and you can see they're getting already dark, and that's exactly what we want. So let's give them another 10 minutes and then we'll have another look. After about 20 minutes, they are done, and look how charred they look on the outside, and they've gotten really wrinkly because obviously they kind of like burst open a little bit. The water or the moisture evaporates to a certain extent, and then now we're going to cut them open through the center. Just be careful guys, because this is hot. And this is what we want to see. So your eggplant needs to be nice and soft on the inside. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a spoon, and we're trying to get rid of the little seeds on the inside first, simply because they do tend to give a little bit of bitterness to this dish. So we're trying to get rid of them first. And then we're going to scrape out the meat. Now what you can also do is just scrape out the meat and then get rid of the seeds, depending on what's easier for you. So I'll give it a try this way. And then what you want to do is just take a fork, you know, and really mix all the ingredients together. And that's why I said earlier, you know, try to get your feta cheese as small as possible, because that will obviously help. Now obviously what you can also do is just put it through a blender. Obviously that will help a lot and makes it a lot quicker, but I think this way works as well. And then we're going to put it in the fridge. You know, you can also prepare it the day before, so if you have a party, then obviously you don't have to do that the day of your party, because obviously that will give all the ingredients just that much more time to mix and really bring out all these lovely flavors. So I'm doing this a couple of hours prior, but as I said, you can do it the day before as well. All mixed up, so let's add a little bit more salt, and if you want a little bit of pepper, but to me personally, this is enough. And as I said, we're gonna put it in the fridge now until we need it later on. The Kamado is coming back up to temperature, so it's time to salt our spider steaks. And you want to get to an internal temperature to about 58 to 60 degrees. That's why I'm still using the direct-indirect setup I have outside. So we're going to give them a bit of a sear for about, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but probably like a minute and a half to 2 minutes each side, simply because they are rather thin. And then we're going to move them in the indirect zone until we reach the desired temperature. Couple of minutes later, I let the meat rest for a little bit. We've reached our intended target temperature of about 60 degrees. Now we're gonna give it a cut, and it is mega juicy and it's really falling apart. So absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait for us to dig in. And there you go, guys, our spider steak, bat steak, or Kachelfleisch as it is called in Germany, with our eggplant dip, all made on the Kamado, and we're gonna dig in now. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video about our spider steak, bat steak, or Kachelfleisch as it is called in Germany. Now, it was super delicious. Also the eggplant dip was very, very nice. However, as a word of warning, it is extremely potent, with 2 cloves of garlic in there. Woo! This is very garlicky. So if you intend to go on a business meeting after you eat this, reconsider, because it's just not worth it. Everybody around you will die. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. Please head over to that subscribe button for more great videos to come. And I hope to see you soon again at Toby's Barbecue Corner.